Hi there. I don't know if you've ever heard of the term guerrilla marketing, and by not that type of guerrilla before. Guerrilla,
Okay.
as in freedom fighter, that type of guerrilla, okay?
Doesn't look scary.
Well, it is a bit, yeah. So I'm not suggesting you go out dressed as a guerrilla.
Thank you, that's a relief.
Good. Okay, now guerrilla marketing is kind of like a very big term for something that Nicola and I do quite naturally all the time. And that's really making connections with local businesses and local organisations just by the by. We mentioned in the DVD that we tend to try and buy locally wherever we can. So we go to the post office to buy our stamps and the newsagent to buy our newspapers and so on. But that kind of extends much broader than that. So any opportunity we get the conversation around, not contriving it, but if the subject happens to come up, we might just happen to mention, oh, I'm a hypnotherapist, and people are really interested. And of course that's where the business cards come in as well. So I think you've got a good example of that, haven't you?
Yeah, I mean, I went into a shop that's about 15 minutes, excuse me, drive from one of my clinics. And I was in quite a rush, but went in and was buying whatever it was, and happened to get into conversation with this lady, and said, oh, I'm just off to Fairford now. And she said, oh, I live in Fairford. She said, whereabouts do you work? And I said, oh, at the Fairford Therapy Centre. And she said, oh, what do you do there? And I said, oh, I'm a hypnotherapist. And as I joke with, when we give talks to hypnotherapists, you either get that really or a really type thing. But she was one, oh, really? And just got generally into conversation. Now, as you all say, it was the fact I went into a little local shop, was able to have this nice conversation with somebody, rather than stand in a queue where there is no opportunity to have a conversation because there's a queue a mile long behind you. So this is where you come to the difference between supermarkets and small grocery stores. And we do recognise that, we're lucky that we live in sort of the countryside, and so therefore we have more choice there. And if you're in a city, sometimes it's a little bit different. But you can still choose where you shop and where you go.
Yeah.
And if you go there regularly, you will build up, even if it's a waitress, that is a potential client.
Yeah, and it's not just the fact that they might be a client, but they will perhaps remember you. So for instance, very recently I was involved with an open day at one of the therapy centres, and one of the therapists brought their receptionist along to help with her bookings for some taster sessions. Well, a good opportunity, I thought, so I got chatting to the receptionist, and we got on very well, and I happened to give her some business cards, as is my habit.
Cool.
And lo and behold, I've had a referral from her. Now, I haven't actually seen that person for therapy, but several times, as a result of that one afternoon, I had several referrals from people who just remember me because I was talking to them. So it's not just about pulling that person in for therapy. They will remember you, and if the subject comes up with someone else, they'll think, oh no, they're a nice person, they're a human being, so they will recommend you.
And you see, it doesn't really matter where you are, because I can recall, another story which was, wasn't quite so amusing at the time, but I was taken into hospital, and the little nurse was saying, oh, what do you do, trying to keep me, distracted from what was going on, and I was thinking, oh, grief, I said, well, I'm a hypnotherapist. And she went, really? She was one of those. And I said, yes. And that moment the staff nurse came in, and the little nurse said, oh, this lady's a hypnotherapist. And I got, really? And blow me, who was it who came in to see me 3 weeks later? But in actual fact, the staff nurse. And this is where you've got to be careful you don't prejudge your clients or your potential clients. But whether it's counselling, whatever type of therapy it is that you do, reflexology, Indian head massage, etc., etc., this is where it makes those local connections start to spread the word. And it's, I think, just simply as a matter of fact of being actually enthusiastic about what you talk about is a really important thing. Don't engage people in conversation if they're not asking you questions. You can start, but if they're asking you questions, that's a sure sign they're interested, and therefore keep the conversation flowing. Don't bore them, and in actual fact a good tip is the fact that it's quite good to leave them wanting more. So if you leave them with a business card, which is you should have on you 24/7 almost, it's give them a business card, say, got a dash, And it's leaving that thought with them so they go and have a look at the website to find out more.
Indeed, and it's about spreading the word and not knowing who it is you're talking to, because they could lead on to other things. I give quite a lot of talks to WI groups and so on. Now, I don't necessarily expect to get any bookings as a result of those, but again, it's getting myself out there, it's spreading the word about the type of therapy that I do, my enthusiasm comes across,